is no other than the president of the Economic Freedom Fighters of Zambia, President Comrade Kasonde Mwenda. Good afternoon and good evening to you.
So thankful Mkwai tulevansansa okutotela for giving us this opportunity. So kondwela maningi Mkwai ababenuzo kamba ati abachoka kumayadi babwele kukomboni kwatsu bazatipeza nje kwatu kuno isinaise kumakomboni nakulira makomboni manje ziko taliziba natuchipe chalo kwatuwireko abena Zambia Mkwai. I'm so honored and grateful that you gave me this opportunity to come and interact with the beautiful people of Zambia.
Thank you very much, Honorable Comrade Kasonde Mwenda is the president of the Economic Freedom Fighters of Zambia. Well, before we get to that, you know, Mr. President, allow me to tell you to say this year we've got new voters. We have got people that just registered, we're going to vote for the first time, and we don't want to take it for granted that they know you, you know. We don't want people to say, oh, no, he's a public figure. No. People want to know in a minute. If somebody asks you to say, who is Kasonde Mwenda? I know this question, as you have answered it several times. But again, one day, every day, you may have somebody who may be coming across your face for the first time. And they are looking for who to vote for on the 13th of August. My question to you, simple, who is Kasonde Mwenda?
Thank you. Kasonde Mwenda is a son of the soil. I'm a Zambian, I am a parent, and I love to be what we are. And that above it all now, due to the elections that are coming, I would say I'm the president for the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF. This is a revolutionary Pan-Africanist movement that believes that wherever we want to go, our feet will take us there. Kwetifunoenda ni mendo yatu yamena zati peleka. Kutulefo kuya aka tutuala molu yesu. We cannot develop in isolation. As Africans, starting from Cape to Cairo, we believe it's time we unite and maximize the potential in our mineral wealth, our land, our heritage. So my name is Kasonde Mwenda, President for the Economic Freedom Fighters, and I'm a candidate for the 2026 general elections, Pamakasa, EFF.
Thank you so very much. My question to you, I think you have answered it very, very well and very brief, but people may want to know, did you go to school before? Which school did you go to? What did you learn? Fish, mas, and you know, because so we want to make sure that we know who we are putting in power. Yes.
And thank you so much. I started my primary school in Mpika, Msakanya Primary School. After Msakanya Primary School, we went to Mungu. My parents were teachers. I went to Musungu Primary School. From Musungu Primary School, we went to Mbala, Ambekon. In Mbala, I went to Chila Basic School. From Chila Basic School, I went to Mulungushi Primary School. From Mulungushi Primary School, I went to Mbala Secondary School. From Mbala Secondary School, I went to Mungu Technical High School. From Mungu Technical High School, I went to the Copperbelt University, where I studied architecture. So professionally, I'm an architect. From there, I also proceeded in my studies to study intellectual property law at master's level. Again, I went to the University of Zambia and ZICAS to go and do my Bachelor of Law. So technically, I'm an architect who's also become a legal person. I'm a lawyer. So that is what I am in terms of school and a few other things that I've learned along the way for the purpose that the Lord has given us, that we should emancipate, free Zambia, and give it what it deserves. So, that's
impressive to hear that you're an architecture. That's impressive. If you for someone and drainage systems and all that, you can try to help us redesign our townships. I'm sure that should be a very simple thing for you.
That's what we have chosen. I'm an architect. and a registered consultant architect. I've done so many projects, I've done so many buildings, and actually my final year thesis was on redesigning Lusaka, my drainage, my transport system. That was my final year project, even if I was in the Copper Belt. So the problems, if tumwana tule kumbwa, gamwako komudi ku South Africa, my buildings are moneka, you know. I once worked in South Africa as an architect there, and most of the people that are designing buildings there are our products. People who are my classmates are the ones that are working in Santon City. I worked in Santon. Those buildings, some of that we see, those are things that some of us worked on. So what we see outside can actually be done in Zambia. And as EFF, from the architectural perspective, if you want to compounds, we have got plans of urban renewal, how we are going to transform them into decent living, because our people deserve dignity, not the way they are living in slums, in squalor. Our people will live well, but it needs to start with a vision. And that's why as EFF, we are coming. We went to school to Alias Amenendo Punzila Vonse Vikuti Timitandi, and that's why we are here.
Well, impressive. But you've made me to realize something today, which I didn't know, that you also studied law.
Yes, I've got 2 degrees in law. I've got a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in law also.
So you are a lawyer, in other words?
Mkwaye.
Wow, that is why I've been wondering, you know, we the Zambian people, as ordinary people, we have been saying, no, the opposition must unite, and the opposition must unite. Now, you have just given me something that I didn't know, why it is very difficult for you guys to agree. I've just seen this today because, you know, when you told me that you're a lawyer, I didn't know that you're a lawyer. Now I look at yourself as a lawyer, Makebi Zulu as a lawyer, President Lubinda also studied law. You have got the socialist president, remind me the name, president of the Socialist Party. He's also studied law. And I'm looking at, you've got also John Sangwa is a lawyer. Is this a game? Is politics a game of lawyers? Or what is it all about? Why is it that you politicians are all lawyers? Or Zambia, if we were Pope Mpoto, means we can't be leaders or shani. Lawyer, and that is why, because lawyers, I'm told, you are trained to argue. So now Mushu Pokorat Mwikatani. And you have just told me this today. So what is it so special about you lawyers wanting to be presidents, all of you?
I think for me, I don't know, I'll not speak for others, but for me, I wait to study law so that I can know the law and lead properly. Of course, I do go to court. I've got cases that I'm standing for. And I don't think there is actually a problem of us agreeing. The question is agreeing what? You know, it doesn't mean when somebody is in opposition, then they mean well, because now they never reported or they were in opposition. So just because somebody is in opposition does not all of a sudden cleanse them, give them principles, make them qualified to lead. No, as we believe, the people that have to lead this country need to have an agenda. And once there is meeting of minds, the Bible is clear on Sunday. 2 cannot work together unless they agree. The question is, what are we agreeing on? So we have said that for us, leadership, if I can go to law school specifically for leadership, then there's a way I look at leadership. To me, no, we have an agenda. We have, look, muno mchalo, titule chinje ntungurushi, but ngalorimbo machila imba, tuakula shala pofie. So what is important is the purpose. Why do you want to be a president? Why do you want to lead this country? Where do you want to take it? So as we are not desperate, no, uyu muntu yutaba bwino, akesa ibira bena Zambia, umuntu ni kabolala, umuntu wa mingalato. No, we are not desperate. We want people that agree in the vision to deliver economic freedom. Not some of us are relatively young. God allowing, will be around for quite some time. The decisions we'll make who haunt us for quite a time. Some of us, we came from the professional practice direct into politics. Tatwali hapo abantu bali mu power bali abambi baliba. So tulebapela fyama cafe so that they keep stealing, they keep destroying. I'm not saying once aba leading up on Ibakaboda. No. But we have a plan. We have an idea. And if Zambians don't want our plan, who respect that. But to come on the table, just to come and just make power, I think that's not some of us are looking for. Some of us have a plan to deliver economic freedom. We have our minerals. Right now, we have a weaver on top of it. Okay.
President Kasonde Mwenda, we will come to that point where you have just hit something. Some of us, we have got a plan. We'll get to your plan and we want to hear how that plan will work for the Zambians. But I want to ask this question very straightforward as we start. The first thing that I was trying to get background of you, and I've just seen that you are quite knowledgeable about a lot of things, and you seem to be fired up to take up this baton to lead the country. But here is the first question that I want to bring. How is EFF at the moment? What is the state of your organization in Zambia called the EFF? What is the state like?
Economic freedom is a revolution. Revolution is a struggle. It's a struggle. Each day that comes, we need to build it and take people closer to where we want to take them. We know it's not going to be an easy road. You can't stop people from stealing your minerals now. It's not going to be easy. So it has started being hard, even here where we are, before we even take over government. We know there are imperialists who are not happy with what we are doing. They will fight us. We know. So the state of our party is in our conscience, in our mind. When our minds are weak, the state of our party is weak. Right now, we are fired up. We have got energy than we've ever had before, because we believe wherever we want to go, our feet, not the neighbor's feet, no, our feet will take us there. We have never been more fired than what we are today. So, of course, there will be all these, but as EFF, we are fired up.
No, I think let me rephrase my question, Honorable Kasonde Mwenda. You know, I always say passion alone cannot take you to war and win. Let me say this. Bushe, let me ask it this way. Bushe Mwalikwatama branch. Let me say in Lundazi, do you have a branch chairman? In Isoka, do you have a branch chairman? In Sinazongwe, do you have your councillor? In Solowezi, in Sesheke, do you have your structures in place as EFF? Or EFF Zambia, Kantemba, abantu ba ishwefe, niba Kasonde Mwenda, because do you have branches, structures that are established? And right now, as we are talking, I would want you to address your branches as well. If you have branches, we want to hear from them.
Mkwai, and I respect that's a very important question. EFF has not started today. In 2021, we stood as EFF and we mobilized representation in each and every district. For every town, provincial, we managed to have those 1,000 that are needed for you to stand as a president. No, you can't stand as passion because you need people. And we have demonstrated already, doctor, we have demonstrated that we have got people. How did we stand in 2021? We managed to mobilize all those structures, and they stood, and we didn't even spend money. They stood because they believe in our dream. Right now, you can challenge me for any district, for any ward, to call our chairperson. I can even bring them live here. If there's a party that has got structures deeper to the core, you are looking at it right now. It's a EFF. If to Apamakasa, which politician, I know you follow, which politician towards this country more than any? Ushetu yamkumone nama. Yamkumone abantu. Turamilange, mise utakutashiri wino. Usheni maniba tuwe if we even know where Sujlight is being dug right now, we know. How did we know that? Because we tulende twapa makasa tatwabanga bama armchair politicians abakoba tibapanga makeup bamkopwe Kopwa. You see us, we tour this country. So EFF they can't temper you just go around. And we have got systems. No, we have got systems. No. As we are there, go to Namshake there. You'll find our people. You'll find our people. Kusesheke. You find Nalolo. You find our people. We are not just what I say with all due respect. That why we the for filangisha sana. No. That's why we have been very preserved. 2026 is a year for us to unfold. If you shama by elections, we are competing on who can buy more votes from the electorate. Those are not politics. 2026, there will be no one who will go to the ballot still being in power. All the MPs will be dissolved. All the councillors will be dissolved. All they will be plain. That's when they will see who had the structures. So we'll invite Zambians and say social media, no social media, we share social media for the Lenga tuelanda isheba abatamba bena tebantu tabakwatoko bafuma mumpanga mumwera. Those are real people. Ba doctor pa imwe mwambwene pa social media tatuakumanapo. But you have been able to decipher sense and to honor me with this privilege to come and be on your broadcast. The same way you see sense, other people are also able to see. So it's not like when you're on social media, then you are nowhere. No. Technology has moved. If you can't conquer it on the social media, electronically, then you are nowhere. If people can't even watch you talk on social media, then you expect them to give you a vote. It doesn't work like that. EFF, with all due respect, is the only party that has got more following than the President Hakainde Hichilema on TikTok. We are number one on TikTok, even more than the sitting president. How can an opposition have more following than the sitting government? Go and check on Hakainde Hichilema's TikTok following and check on CIC Kasonde Mwenda's TikTok following. We have more. So those are not animals. Those are people. Those are Zambians. So we are coming to 2026.
Okay, no, you have answered the question. In other words, you are assuring the Zambian people and Avena Zambia konsa kumuleta no kufa. Mwe ufati Kasonde Mwenda baba pamakasa. As he is saying that very monster. So those of you that wishes to get in touch with the economic freedom fighters, just go to your districts and check in your database and make sure you meet the right people. As Zambia decides on the 13th of August, it will be a very, very, very busy and an interesting year this year because everyone is coming up. And, you know, it's going to be an interesting political race. And we've got Kasonde Mwenda here, who is really speaking a lot of important matters. Now, Honorable Kasonde Mwenda, I know that politics is an expensive venture. And I think you and I can agree. Let's agree here that politics is an expensive venture. And for you to reach to Nalolo, for you to reach Kwakalabo, for you to reach in Kwamulilo, in Chama, you must have fuel in your tank. You must get there to the people, and it's expensive. Ushe Kasonde Mwenda, mwarupia.
Abarandati, icharo bantu. There is no amount of money one can have that can buy him life. But the greatest wealth a person can ever have is in the people. Look for much time. Nshamiri pire. Leona munjita pa platform. Reaching thousands of people. Ichiwe mbachirandati. Umunani unonene. Uilombero muchele. Sometimes just your vision, your determination, and your effort are enough. When people see quality, they come on board. Hey, takwa wokubika faith mwi tanki ya motoka. Tubika mu fuel. Hey, takwi minefie tu asokoloka. I said I'm an architect. I'm a lawyer. Mukwenda bomba. Napo kulanda nalambu kubomba. Tatula ifwe. impia tupanga tushingisho mumwine because we know it is not an easy undertaking. Secondly, tatwa bafweka mwali bona partner of mine ndeshu nguluka twaffe nokwentwa ashire mukubomba twamona kona abanensu. As EFF Zambia, we even see it prudent that should help our friends in South Africa. But we took Nindeke. We had about how many flights? About 4 flights. Here in Zambia about 6 flights. Kunindeke. Te faith yeka kubika mwendarama because ukwalebela.
Not to cut you short, Honorable Kasonde Mwenda, on that very point that you have raised, abena Zambia bambi baletira awe Kasonde Mwenda apoke ndalama kuli Julius Malema eure mupere ndalama. So the fact that you have raised that point, if we're trying to cover Mukomboni, access to you people, would you clarify that? Are you funded by the
simple ordinary Zambians that we meet? Because they believe in my vision. They believe that it's not just me, it is also their vision. Every time we are giving
so if I'm combined to Aishvati, Niba Julius Malema, South Africa. Can you correct that? Because the people of Zambia are saying, Uyuna only Julius Malema number 2. We want to know what is your relationship number Julius Malema? Busheko mulepoka kasaka. Ulemwatira ama weo wishes na wawa Julius epo badi olo Trishani. How is it? Kasonde Mwenda, I'll go to the next question. The issue of the economy after 5 years, in the last 5 years of President Hakainde Hichilema. How do you rate it? President Hakainde Hichilema has embarked on a debt restructuring for the nation of Zambia. Imwenga abarefo kwisatungurule chalo cha Zambia. What are your take? What are your comments on the economic growth that we have seen? And I want to hear from you, because from the government side, there is economic growth. Kasonde Mwenda, muletira pushani on the issue of the economy, more especially that your party is economic freedom fighters. Let's hear from that.
Thank you so much. Go for Machiranda. Good work does not need to be explained. Ngamwabomba fila moneka fenefe fieka. I don't know whether government works for itself or works for the people. Because if government works for the people, it is the livelihood. Imikalire abantu if we lokulanda whether na babomba antabombede. That government ile samko abantu ati we have worked. Where? Because you work for us. So in short, the government for Hakainde Hichilema has been a disaster. It has been a disaster. And anyone who takes the path that our comrades in the UPND have taken, they will make this country even a worse disaster. Why am I saying that? It's not from malice or from a point of hate or anything. It is from a point of understanding. Chinwe Chalo, Tualikwata, what can move us from poverty to go to a place which is better? We cannot develop by borrowing. The past almost 5 years of Hakainde Hichilema has been premised on an IMF program. Right now, we have never even tested what Hakainde Hichilema and UPND, what their plan is. We have never tested because they came into power and gave the powers to IMF to draw a program, to set benchmarks, to lead them where we should be. Let me give an example. Muno Zambia, for us to develop, we need to leverage our potential. We are a country so rich in minerals. Sponsor Pawanyanta. Hakainde last week was saying, I didn't know that we have got so much gold. And I understand, probably he assumed office in a place of ignorance. He should have understood when we said, Muno Zambia, anywhere you step is riches. We are rich. But Bam Kongola, 1.7 billion. And they are waiving taxes in an excess of 10 billion US dollars. What is the logic? We are making other countries rich using our inroads here. Bali bikana SI-47 to wave at no ama tax money send a family hilari pira. Who does that? Zambia would have been in a good place. We have increased productivity. That does not benefit us. To adibudire KCM bale kanabaka intending pay vendetta. Vendetta insulted Zambians at he bought a mine for a song. After buying that 2022, at have brought back Vendetta, who the report prepared by Grant Thornton, headed by Hakainde Chilema, said that Vendetta was practicing tax evasion, a criminal offense. Lelo eva darling, Panama tax waiver. If you check what happened just in 2021, Zambian government through Bank of Zambia, we were buying gold 487 kgs, 400 kgs per year, Bakanamba. That's how much we are buying from kansanshi there. Right now, as I'm talking to you, Neo gold tatupo keyo nomba, baraba pela fene ndeke bare pita, ile afe out. If you want to patira kwa IMF, has the audacity.
Do you have any evidence at that where you say, Vale send a gold, or it's a political statement you are making?
Bakaramba, the gold that was coming from Kansanshi was being derived from Defanama intellectual wonfe. I've got 100% evidence. I dare them right now. Because what I'm saying, I can stand for it in court. And I've got evidence. What they have done, if you go to Kansanshi, in Solwezi, gold is mined as a byproduct of copper. So you need to process your copper for you to extract and remove gold. And just in 2021, check the records by BOSS on the 29th of July 2021 when they did a press briefing. You are going to find that in that year alone, we bought 487 kgs of gold, which was coming as a byproduct of copper in Kansanshi mine. Right now, no, let you be taking away copper concentrate. Don't divide. If you send any for free, that's insult. We are losing gold over 500 kgs from one mine. Untaxed. We are giving them gold as a waste product. If you so, gold if you so, garbage. Who does that? This government is giving out our gold as a waste product in Kansanshi.
As you are talking about the issues of the economy, Zambia also depends on agriculture. And under agriculture, we have got most of the time our subsistence farmers and our peasant farmers who are contributing to food security of the country. We also know that for not too long, our farmers have been queuing, looking for their payments. Imwenga EFF, what are your agricultural policies that you have? I've heard you widely, you've spoken very well about the mining sector. I want you to dive into agriculture. The next thing that I want you to dive into, the government of His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema has employed teachers, has employed nurses, has increased CDF. And with all that, the people in the rural areas are celebrating. Imwenga has produced what is known as free education. Imwenga by economic freedom fighters. How do you intend to grow the economy of Zambia? And also, we would want you to comment on some of these points that the UPND government feels they have underscored, as they call it, Kwenyu. So we want to hear, are you saying CDF Kwenyu, employment of teachers Kwenyu, employment of policemen Kwenyu, and the growth of the economy? By UPND, they have stabilized the kwacha. And as it is right now, kwacha ile moneka in February. By UPND, Valelando Kwebati, Mwalelanda Taburia Malaiti Kasonde, Amalaiti na yabwera na yakalero Zambia. I want to hear from you as EFF. You could capture them in one statement so that we begin to move with time. Kasonde, over to you.
Thank you so much. Zambia has got so much potential. And where the problem is that even when people are performing poorly because of too much riches, sometimes people can even mistake what they are doing, that they are making progress. But if you compare to the latent potential, it's like motoka ienda pa 200 kilometers per hour. Mwaesha pa 100 kilometers per hour. Yala chila totuma motoka utwelendera pa 30 kilometers per hour. Omuntu ali kwa tolubiro ale butuka na bantu basha kwa tolubiro akamuka kwa twalubiro. What I'm saying is that if we look at the potential that our country has,
already 40%, walanda tumfumine number one. Anyway, you can continue.
Oh, that's why you are a doctor. You know the right examples. So what I'm saying is that if you look at the potential our country has right now, if there was a time when Zambia should come out of the doldrums of poverty and become an economically free country, is now. When we are having an industrial shift from total dependence on fossil fuels to go to electric motor-driven cars, to go in lithium batteries. This is our time. This is our season. This season yangai. This is supposed to be our time. But we are missing it. We have got people have misplaced priorities, and this window will not be open forever. Right now, the whole world is looking. That's why Trump, Banani, they're all looking at us right now. And we are missing an open window in our minerals, our rare earth minerals, our lithium. These we are giving for free. And we will perish for this which we are doing. And this is where our worry is. As economic freedom fighters, when we come, we are coming to transfer ownership. But if you don't own those things, you are not different from a slave. Muno Zambia, our biggest problem, even when we do production, 800,000 metric tons of copper we produce, we say kwenyu. The question is, who has benefited? Who has benefited? You can say we have increased productivity. Who's benefiting? Let any Zambia, pa market happen if you pamtendele market paya. Munje beko fena mfyo muntu mu all life mu UPND tepo improve. Umofye. Ngadishi neyo inati rural na fichinja ku rural. Bala tuka because some of us are rooted in the rurals. Aba ali ku rural, aba ale ndomba Kasonde niko apa na nomba bachibale romba. So I don't know which people they talk about aba ku rural. This country is rich. Ngani nebo na ile free education mukaunda na mwa doctor mwa ile free education. It's nothing new. That's why in group we have kopo for machilanda. We muka have kopo. Watch tako for wapasa koseti tu ala yuma na pachifuwa. UPND has not been the one that has introduced free education. Us as EFF, when we come, we will make it free quality education. Free quality. Ima doctor na ine tuale ya kuolo fair. Tuale foro mukaka. Tuale fora mabuku. Tuale karapasi puna. Zambia was somewhere when we were in charge of our mineral wealth. When we were at ZCM HI making money. Not this kind of a government we have right now that prioritizes foreign interests. They even have the audacity to do an SI wakalamba. SI statutory instruments. We don't need to put value to our minerals. Free of concentrate. Really? Exporting jobs like that. Really? I want to school here. They even claim Zambia because them they are able to get to my kickbacks because they are okay. Number two, you asked me about agriculture. In Ndimuli me na farm kuchongwe tibasa kochera farm aba lerungoroko yiri but all in all ndalima cabbage nekalapash ndineka swiri wama cabbage, okra mboya. Kwadi bane nkumboko. So, I know that to do agriculture, you need to have money. You need to have money. Where are we going to get money when we are giving away our minerals for free? Where? Kwa IMF. It's lack of creativity. It's the naivety that has kept us in economic bondage. Unless you unlock the source of your funding, everything everything this government is doing, if it is not in charge of our mainstay, of our financial liberty, we are wasting time. We are supposed to be manufacturing our own medicine, Kuno. What they have done at debt restructuring, pushing in Congo so that our children can come and pay, and we call that an achievement. Sure. Just because you will not be there, you'll be dead, doesn't mean the problems you're looking for your children will disappear. We are impoverishing the future. If we were responsible citizens, responsible government, we should have fought by now to pay. So at Mano prepares a destiny, prepares a livelihood for their children. You don't send in the future and you call yourself Mano. Some of us are working our hearts off so that our children can live well. We have got a government whose policy is just to push debt in the future, and they are clapping and we have managed to push debt in the future. Really? If Namibia just here can pay off our debt, what about Zambia?
Kasonde, job creation. The UPND government in the last 4 years has created jobs. Muleti Poshai. What are you saying?
Job creation where? You know, these are routine vacancies that are created. If you want
driver,
you know, what I'm saying is that panganda ngatamukusishe importo mwafusha afye abakulia. That doesn't mean number na solve a problem. You need to increase the pot as you also increase those who have to eat. Muno Zambia, we have just been increasing the number of people to eat from the pot that is still small. Abantu muno Zambia bakana fyo buchushi. If you say people are working, but they are still living in dire poverty, there is more poverty now among the working class than those who even hustle around. When you mean job creation is real, even when you activate the industries, government, that is just filling the blanks as you expand government. That's not job creation. There's no country that developed by increasing the number of civil servants. And besides, it is a drop in the ocean. We have got over 7 million unemployed youth. Let them tell me what kind of jobs they have created for those. Well, that's why Bukopo. Even just a little something, people want to blow it out of proportion. Right now, there are still a lot of people, if you compare how many they have created employment for, compared to those who are still out. Of course, we need to make these steady small jobs, but over 5 years, we should have seen substantial, and as long as the industries out there are dead, look, we have spent almost 4 years in load shed when they have been exporting electricity to DRC. I'm right here, Isapano, kwata vena Zambia tabatontonkanya, kusa tushinga bata, because vamana elections happening in the next 5 months, tatwa pualala. We are not down.
Zambia. Load shedding itakuwa infra. Kariba dam, mwari monati yari kama. And your government if you bati, at no takuwa infra, number part list infra na irokapo. So mumuleti posha, napopeni mwalala your government, sure.
Takuwa infra, ni mu 2020 shani moja, ni 2023 or takuwa infra, 2022 going 2023. Even that time when we were in a drought, we were producing enough electricity. We never reduced on our production capacity. We were selling, and most contracts, which I will show you right now, which we have even tendered before the courts, we had to go to court to that you can't be selling electricity when Zambians don't have. We had to go to court. Right now, we are in the court, in the Lusaka High Court. just the day before yesterday, there was supposed to be judgment. We had to go and push that we have a restraining order to stop this government from selling electricity when Zambians don't have. Abantu, even at the peak of a drought, we are still producing. We never reduced production of electricity. But it is our job to show the people that so it was 1 year of drought. All these other years were plentiful, and even during drought, our production capacity was enough to cater for Zambia. We had a deficit because these people decided to sell. Why were they selling? Let me tell you now why they were selling electricity. Bali pango tuma company, ama illegal companies without faces. If you have internet right now, tima checking a Google, Accra, punch in Kanona, punch in any power. Those names I'm giving you, punch them. Those are companies that have been selling. Private companies, Utu Africa disclose even the beneficial owners. Can you register a company without saying who the owner is? This is what is happening in Zambia. Go to partner with our major exporter of electricity is Kanona. Who knows who owns Kanona? Go to Pakra. It has even been flagged by Pakra, by the government, that it's an illegally operating company, but it's the one that is selling electricity. If I'm lying, let them come and arrest me, because these are facts. Go to N Power. They have given them all these trade contracts. Why? Badi Chinga Zesco. If it was Zesco that was selling electricity, we would make something. But it is private companies. Zesco has got no export license. Zesco has got no export license. People don't know that. Why have they not given Zesco export license? Because these faceless companies are their companies, and they are making a lot. Even now, they are clever. Zesco is not the one importing some electricity, no. So they export electricity using their companies, and then they import the same electricity back using their companies. Have you seen how they are giving themselves business? They have just failed to stop exporting. They would rather continue exporting. As they export, they are again able to import using their companies. I mean, they're like nobody. That's why some of us have gone to court. I would not be calling them Bakamualala if I had not gone to court. It would have been malicious, but we have gone to court because we believe this is criminal.
Well, Zambia, tonight it's a great night. The son of the soil of Zambia, Kasonde Mwenda, is thundering here. Aleti kwali vakanona istishamalaiti. Teine ndandile ni Kasonde. Atilo kwa wati kwali tuma company, tuma faceless company. Kulia kupakra. And mwewe kala mkomboni, ifile landa wakasonde, kwa tume mload shedding, ifo fweba chita welding, wa baba man, aba masaluni, kwa twikali 3-4 years kwa vula malaiti. It was because of those faceless companies. Teine ndandile, Kasonde Mwenda, atilo kwa bati, if ngamuleta alika ke pusheni, na ipekanye mulumendo kwe bati no. This cannot continue under his watch. Let me bring Honorable Kasonde Mwenda back. I want us to look at the state of democracy as we begin to wind up. Will the 2026 general election be a democratic election? Those of you who are watching us from POD TV, please stay clued. Those who are watching from Kombo and Kumayadi on our Facebook page, Smart Eagles, Grindstone TV, and so on and so forth. Even on Kasonde Mwenda, share the broadcast right now. Because now we want to hear Bishwala Tulaya wa Kasonde, Epyo wa Katuchitila. We want to hear the state of democracy under the UPND. Are they going to see a free and fair election? Let me bring Honorable Kasonde Mwenda back. Honorable Kasonde, democracy is a serious issue. Some of you, the opposition, have complained and cried to say the state of democracy. Democracy has been undermined. What do you say under the watch of President Ichilema in the line of the state of democracy?
You have put it, Kukosa, you need to be strong. This is not a battle for the weak. The people we have in government right now are not good people. They are not good people. They don't even have good hearts. No, they have come to loot us. And anyone that stands in their way, they will meet you head on. We are standing here. It is a testament of our tenacity. It has not been easy. Tell me, which cells have I not been in? Lusaka Central. Just for us to pick it, Kulanda, Bill 7 is wrong. Kukwingisha maselu. Mumachimboka era muntu twaikala ifwe. Batuletera fe nga wafuma panganda, pa madam kuteka pona porridge because they don't know where you end up. Bafule bakwita ko porridge tumusunga. So, it has not been easy. And I'm telling you, going into 2026, we have got a brutal government. We just have to be strong because no government can break a resolved, willful, united people. We have a passion for this country. It has come this far because nafubatwa alikosa komandi na tuesha decide tupera kofyo kosa fe kumbi kushipangana sense because our valuation. But no, even 2026, they will not give us on a silver platter. No, we need to stand on our feet. That's why if this is not something that will be given to us on our knees only. We need to stand up. The national anthem, we learn that stand and sing. You need to stand. The pamakasa. Uku chipoka. Uku la yumfilo lusati, they will not be free and fair. What? That's what they want. They want to intimidate us. They want to break us. But we need to show them that we are stronger than them. That this is our inheritance, a heritage fought from our forefathers that fought for independence. Our forefathers gave us political independence. It is now time that we realize economic freedom for our people. That is where we want to take the people of Zambia. Zambia has got the capacity for all of us to benefit and enjoy and live meaningful life. Right now, whatever, barashtanama maini. Kada, aleshta maini. Iyo wemina Zambia ule chula fio leshi chakapeni. Ule chensapato, ule pitana fio lezezera, ule lombo muleza. Pass station. No. Ganiwe farmer, no walima, for them to just give you your money, but they kushupa. No. As economic freedom fighters, when we come, we'll make sure that you Zambians are owners. Tukapoke if tukapoka will give it to Zambia. Money will be internalized. Shikala karakona munoshire shunguru kakwe mpia muno Zambia. You Zambians will be owners. We want to karakopa. We don't even have anyone that you know has got shares in your own minds. Really? It's time that this world that developers starts working for us. And EFF, when we come, this is exactly what we are coming to do.
Kasonde, as we are about to wrap up our program, we have seen that looking at the by-elections that happened in Kasama, we can see that Ngamwapenda by opposition, in terms of the percentage votes that they had, you are going to see that the opposition would have won the election. We are also saying, it's not going to be easy for you to win the general elections. And we will not be here to praise you, Honorable Kasonde Mwenda, to say, no, you alone you can do it. Because Zambia, I think, is bigger than politics. I think there are many of you that are speaking this language which you are saying today. The areas of alliances, I wanted to hear from you. We have seen alliances coming up, alliances breaking. Are you intending to go to the 2026 general elections as by EFF? Or are you in also negotiations with other organizations? And if you are available to free to avail that information to say, no, Ndelanda Konaba, Ndelanda Konaba. But again, if that is still sealed information, it can still remain sealed. But we would want to know, are you as EFF open to go into an alliance with like-minded institutions or organizations in order to achieve the victory that you dream?
Mkwai, thank you so much. As you have put it, we could be different parts of one body. We are the opposition. Takwa bana mfini mu body at no ukuboko kweka. No, we have got different abilities. So going into 2026, there is something that is very critical. That, to be very honest, they're sitting at home and then even mulero street, then no kachipa eni ichinama mwise mulete tuse tumyakanye. Kwangaloko. This is a battle. We all need to go and fight. Sharing is not the biggest problem we have right now. To be very honest right now, there is nothing that is stopping us from working with other people. But now, what do we even have in common? So, the people that should come to our table are people that are fighting, speaking for Zambians, not about the same agenda about UPND. And to answer your question, there is no opposition political leader right now that we have not sat down with. Let me not even say we, that I have not sat down with. Mention him. I have sat with him. Everybody, Balubinda, Makebi, Mausampa, Sangwa, Socialists, Freddy, Kalava. Mention them all. I have sat with them, not for 1 minute, for more than 3 hours. And not once. We sit a lot. We sit to find common grounds of doing this. But in the meantime, even when you are looking for purpose, Amenso should keep looking. Amaboko should keep working the best they can work. Tatufika my elections. Ama elections in August. Between now and August, we need to keep fighting. We need to be representing people. Not in the president, no. It's time to work. Give checks and balance. Speak for people now. Make sure there are medicines in hospitals. Make sure that farmers are paid. This is not time. There will be time when everything will be dissolved. There will be enough time for even us to sit and consolidate and say who is which. Right now, these people have even sent their people in. As we are not blind. We know. Some people, even when you agreed, our principle, you agreed with them today. After 3 months, if we only agree with them on the last minute when we know there's no room for them, so it's not like we don't want to work with others, but we are careful because what we are doing is our life. We are not gambling. This is not a part-time hustle. This is our life, our children. To us, as they go to work, pension, this is our inheritance for the future Zambia. I want, when I'm gone one day, people look through the profile and say, here lies a man that gave his life for the liberty of this country to attain economic freedom. Not here lies a person who was used by people to gain power for them to destroy the country. We are not ready. And as I've told you much earlier, some of us are relatively young. We are not desperate to make decisions that will haunt us for the rest of our lives. For your own information, technically, I was the person who suggested the formation of UKA, the first alliance. I still have it on phone. Where am I today? When people came, they hijacked it. Look at the people that formed even Tonse. The first person that my brother Sean Tembo saw when he formed UKA with the people that he worked with was me. Where is he now? He has even been kicked out of Tonse. So what I'm saying is that there are people, they could be in opposition, but not everybody is principled. Not everybody has got a heart for Zambia. I'm not trying to decampaign my fellows in the opposition. They are nice people, most of them. We work together. But this is a game of chess. You should only move a piece when it's appropriate. This is not a time for us to give the UPND the full roadmap of what we want to do. Hey, Waka to Pasa before we even reach there. For now, let's wait for the people of Zambia. There will be enough time. Enough time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having Honorable Kasonde Mwenda on the show tonight, and as he is about to go, I want to give him just to give a last message to the Zambians, what he envisioned himself in the first 100 years, 100 days of Kasonde Mwenda as a president. What is it that Honorable Kasonde Mwenda will achieve in the 100 days? And those of you who are recording, please make sure muba recorde ukweba tinga batu washa lero. After 100 days, awe mwaretu washa wa Kasonde. We want to hear the first 100 days of Kasonde Mwenda's government. Let me be generous because of internet. Instead of giving him 1 minute, let me give him at least 1 minute and 30 seconds. Honorable Kasonde Mwenda, what is it that you will do for the Zambian people under the Kasonde Mwenda EFF government? Are we going to see you mwamba kutamja tabantu puru bidanda mwatamja IMF mwatamuka mwapogolole findu mwabape nomba chibebebe? We want to hear the first 100 days of Kasonde Mwenda. Speak to the Zambians. We are listening.
Thank you. The first 100 days will be a moment, number one, of national unity. It's time. You can't move and develop a country in chaos, in confusion. Put down together, call people. Imaba doctor today meter. We can't be having a doctor living in South Africa. We have got so many powerful Zambians. Some have a pamayanda, some who are in the diaspora. In my first 100 days, who invite people with brains, who will not be sharing portfolios. Na bululu, ukwambukula station ma tribe, region. No, who unite the country as a matter of fact. Number two, we went to school. We will not be doing things haphazardly out of confusion. No, we will gradually, intellectually, intelligently make sure that we get ownership of our mineral resources. Where we would negotiate, we'll negotiate contracts. Where we need to put in the instruments of power that we have, and make sure that we get those things like Vendetta. There is an illegality. At Mopani, there is an illegality. We will move appropriately and bring back our minerals where it belongs. But our prima facie job when we get is to unite the country and get back our wealth. That will be the very first things that I know and I can put my head on for people of Zambia to look to. Number three, we'll make sure that we give back the freedoms that the people of Zambia have lost. People should be able to talk, of course, responsibly, but be able to talk, express themselves. Right now, we still have the Draconian Public Order Act that this government lied that they will repeal. We will come. We will repeal it and put in an appropriate law that will still safeguard our interests, not what we are doing. So when we come, we are bringing unity in the country. We are bringing economic freedom and will make every Zambian live a meaningful life. That we can guarantee.
Well, Zambia, there you have it. Kasonde Mwenda today on Zambia Decides. He has raised a number of issues. He has spoken a couple of matters that you will need to digest on. If we're going to so from here where I'm sitting in this office, we want to make sure that when the Zambians go to vote, they don't just vote, but they make sure that they will vote a leader, not a politician. I've listened to Kasonde Mwenda with so much passion about the nation. But Zambia, it will be up to you. He has also said he's in talks with the opposition and is ready to work with those of like-mindedness. Vakasonde, we want to wish you well in all your endeavors. and in your political journey. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we want to say thank you, Zambia, until we see Zambia emancipate to its freedom and each Zambian child realizes who they are. I want to say thank you to all our platforms on social media that is broadcasting on our behalf. Thank you and have a good night. And may God bless our great country. Good night.